Hello, and welcome to Twin Study After Dark. I'm your host, Sally, joined by my co-host, Katie. We're identical twin sisters. We invite you to join us as we investigate our similarities and differences in all things life has to offer. Hello, and welcome to Twin Study After Dark. I'm your host, Sally.
And I'm your other host, Katie.
Welcome in, everyone.
It's the new year, 2025. We made it.
We made it. And guess what? We did not deliver a holiday special.
Yeah, we've said, fuck it, no holiday special. Sorry.
We just decided everyone got coal for Christmas.
No.
No.
We just actually had a really good holiday.
Honestly, a really good holiday. Like, I didn't want the holidays to end.
You know, though, after reflecting on the fact that we had a really good holiday, I did think about the fact that I think 2024 was terrible.
Oh my God, I loved it.
Really?
It was one of the best years of my life.
I see. There were good parts of it, of course, but the theme of my 2024, I feel like, was like, it's not going to be a year I remember.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the most memorable years of my life.
That's crazy.
But we're twins.
I do think that 2025.
We're twins.
I have high hopes for 2025.
Oh, I don't.
Typically, I have better years on odd numbers.
Okay, I'm looking at the screen, and I'm sorry for anyone who's watching on YouTube. Katie, my eyes are like direct. I need to figure out where I'm looking.
Watching this on YouTube.
No, we actually have watchers now.
That's so weird. I don't think.
Please don't watch it. No, do you know what's so weird is there was one episode where you didn't record, so they just watched me talking the whole time.
Maybe it's like a form of torture for somebody.
Like they're like, listen to this weird Midwest accent.
Or they're interrogating somebody in like a torture chamber.
We're on repeat.
And they replay it over and over again.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Like the CIA is using me and they're like, listen to this unknowledgeable bitch talking a Midwest accent.
I don't think we have accents anymore.
No, every time I listen to myself, I feel like I have an accent. Okay, we have, I hear it. So, okay. So it's New Year's. It's not New Year's.
It's a new year.
It's a new year. It's 2025. And this is interesting that you think that this year is going to be positive because I've had such bad anxiety about this year.
Oh.
And I don't know what it is. Probably, I mean.
Let's be real. It might be the world.
It might be the impending doom that's like.
We don't know that yet.
We don't know. Honestly.
I have high hopes for 2025.
Katie, literally, I found myself like probably 3 days ago. I've heard that I can telecommunicate with the aliens that are above us.
Who told you that?
TikTok.
She's not doing that, guys.
No, I literally am like, protect my family, do not hurt my family. Like,
we just lost half of our followers because Sally's insane.
I'm insane. I'm also taking a media break. So right now, guys, I am Twin Study After Dark on Instagram. So right now, there is no Twin Study After Dark on Instagram.
Sally is Twin Study After Dark.
I was like thinking, I'm like, I should transfer this to Katie. Like, I should have you manage it.
Oh, no.
No, but like, how cool would that be to watch like the.
Oh, how I do it differently?
Yes, like the
oh
colors change and stuff.
We should totally do. Let's try. We should try
We
it.
should try it.
I run the Instagram for a month and see how different it is.
And everybody has to guess when it's Katie's month. It'll be like in like.
It will be so obvious.
It will because the color scheme will be so beautiful for like a month.
The color scheme.
Like you know, like the patches on Instagram. Like you're gonna like make up like a rainbow or something.
Like
and
Taylor Swift made all black and white for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're like, and yours is gonna be like so beautifully made. But no, I was thinking that the other day. I was like, maybe I should give Instagram to Katie because I need a break from. I just talked about aliens communicating. Guys, I cannot look at social media. I cannot look at it's not healthy for me. I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I don't know what that is from. Is that from Aquarius tendencies? I don't know.
That will drive you crazy.
So anyway, it's our first time back in a while. I'll let you know if Katie ever takes over Instagram, but you will be.
No, you can't because I'll be in charge.
I know.
I'll tell everybody.
You guys will know.
I'll tell
You'll just be able to tell.
I'll be like, Katie's turn, and then watch, we'll get like 700
It'll be like embarrassing videos of me like constantly. So anyway, that might happen, but we don't even know what season it is of Twin Study After Dark. Like, is it season 2?
Is it, or is it season 3?
Guys,
I guess I get to decide
we warned you
on the Instagram.
This is the worst podcast ever.
We don't even know what season we're
every season just has a random number of episodes. Season 1 had 30 and season 2 had 10.
I think we're gonna be around the 10 range.
We're gonna be right there at the 10. We realized that 30 is too much to produce in one season. Yeah. But anyway, we did it. So, anyway,
Cheers.
thank you to everybody who's been listening to our podcast while we've been away. It is really cool to see the numbers continue to grow and the countries continue to grow because we never know why you guys listen to us, and we are so thankful you do. And yeah, we hope that it just like forms communication and connection and positivity.
Some good conversations about aliens.
Yeah, and Midwest accents. So anyway, so the funny thing about today is it is Sunday, and I was so gung ho set on thinking our kids return to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, and the funny thing is, all the moms were too. Like, all the moms in our community were too. I received an email from my daughter's kindergarten teacher that said, I'll see you guys Tuesday. And I was like, that's weird. Why would she see us Tuesday? Did she take one day off? Like, I was really thinking maybe she took an extra day off.
Totally.
So I just texted the mom group and I was like, hey, so this sounds really bad if I'm like wrong, but like, do the kids go back to school tomorrow? Like, I was sure they went back to school tomorrow. And like, even teachers were like, yeah, they do. And then one teacher was like, no, it's a teacher work day. None of the kids go back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. So
the kids will go back till Tuesday.
They don't go back till Tuesday. So we found out it's essentially Saturday. So my husband is upstairs with our kids. It is truly twin study after dark.
Yeah.
Like, it is pitch black
we
out.
had no idea that the kids didn't go back on Monday. And let me just say, I have to work. So then I'm in the mindset, I'm not going to go off forever, but I'm constantly so shocked by the fact that the school system doesn't have better compliance with everyday people that go to fucking work.
No, I know, because you've taken off a lot of work for the holidays.
I was like, and everything is so inconvenient.
Okay, but I don't go into work. So the thing is that for me, I was actually feeling so relieved because usually Sunday's like hair day. We have to wash our hair. We have to get ready for school. We need to clip our toenails, like all those things to make sure that like you're a good parent.
Yeah, Theo needs a bath.
Oh my God, my kids, like I said, I need to clip their toenails. Like we just haven't, it's been break, right? And once I heard that we didn't need to go back to school, I was like popping champagne. Look at this. I popped champagne. I was so happy. But most moms were like, no, we want them to go back.
I was like, I need to go back to work.
No, I honestly have so much anxiety with the world right now. I am so close to homeschooling, and I was like, good, they get to stay. I'm so happy.
All right, anyways. Okay. What's our topic today?
Well, it being kind of like a new year, but this isn't going to probably post until, I don't know. We don't know. Guys, we don't have a plan.
We might post it tomorrow.
No, I'm off social media. Oh, but if you take over this, oh my God, that's terrifying, actually. Because then you're going to post all these disgusting.
No, I would not. I would never do you dirty.
I don't know when this is going to post because Sally's officially taking. I'm giving away the control. So I don't know when this is going to post, but it is a new year. So I was thinking maybe we either talk about what we put in place this new year. I have not seen Katie because she's in La La Land with her lover. And
what? La La Land.
Do you want to talk about your big steps you've been taking?
Big steps I've been taking.
There's been one big step?
I don't think it's that big of a step, but my significant other, my partner, is moving in officially in February.
Although but he's like
he has been living with us for the last like 3 years so much.
Yes.
I would say.
Yes.
So it doesn't seem like it's a big change at all. It seems very natural.
It does seem natural, but I do think that's why I've been mindful of not recording so much because it is now his space too.
True.
And we are recording in Sally's house right now.
True.
But I think he'd be okay if we recorded there. It's just we're giving this time to adapt to the new move.
I mean, I don't know how much is going to change. But
literally every time I text her, they're cooking. Like, I will be like, hey, do you want to go on a walk? Hey, do you want to record? Hey, do you want to take the kids hiking? And she'll be like, we're cooking.
Yeah.
You guys cook so much.
A lot, yeah.
Like, little chefs.
We spend a lot of time cooking.
Yes.
I'm trying to eat healthier. So I'm
is that what are your
it's like
name
a protein and a vegetable.
So name like 3 things on your vision board for 2025. Since you think it's going to be such a good year.
I do think it's going to be a great year. 2024 was terrible for me.
Oh my God, but Katie, 2025, like you really think?
How
can we be this different?
I don't know, Sally, but 2024 was just a bucket of uncertainty, and I'm very lucky to be moving into 2025.
I don't know what she means by that. I feel like 2024 was really good to us.
Think about what everything that changed in my everyday. I feel like everything changed. I felt like it was the year of breaking things down to build new.
Katie, like what?
Work.
You got a promotion.
Oh, but there was so much. My team. I lost my entire team.
When?
I
Because
had
you
to-
got a promotion.
I got two new team, like two different teams, but like no,
Guys,
it was just
this is Katie being-
constantly changing. It was nothing. I can't even go into it. I could talk on.
But don't you
forever.
think those were positive changes?
You need a team to do well. And,
Okay.
Okay. So, anyways, with that being said, I have a great team now. But we didn't have that figured out until really recently. So,
Okay, so
anyways, that's not even just it. That's one element.
that's
of the
just
uncertainty.
it's just wild that we're identical twins with the same exact astrology chart, and I had the best year of my life and you had a terrible year.
Yeah, I think this year was for me to refocus on what's really important, and also for me to, for some reason, start over with this new chapter. Like, there's definitely a new chapter.
Oh,
on the
I mean
horizon.
100. I think we
Yeah.
can relate where like it was like a new chapter of
It
ourselves.
was a lot of like putting something obvious in my face to be like, okay, that's no longer serves me. I'm stepping into the next.
Oh my
chapter.
god, we could talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if we should talk about 2024 or if we should talk about 2025. Because 2024 was a lot of letting go of
But
things.
I'm just saying, like, work is just one example, but I feel like in a lot of different avenues of my life, it was like, are you going to continue on this path? Or are you going to switch it up? Are you going to, or what are you doing?
No, okay.
And choose yourself.
Okay.
Choose you and what your personal values align with.
Okay, so that is true.
Yeah.
2024 was the year of choosing yourself. But that also might be the year of being 35.
Choosing, when I say yourself, I mean your family, you're protecting you and your crew.
And your peace.
And your, what you believe.
But that might just be 35.
That could be because it was a presidential election year. There was so many things I could say. Like,
but I'm just talking about like even like in terms of like relationships falling through and stuff.
oh, right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Anyways, so 2025, my big thing is I am going to lose weight because
Guys, we need a disclaimer here because this is a sensitive subject for a lot of people.
Well, I'm not going to dive into it. I'm not going to dive into it. But honestly, I just know 2024, I let my emotions get the best of me. I felt like I was, and it's not just me, but I'm talking on my experience. I felt like there was too much uncertainty in 2024 that I allowed myself to be easier on myself than I typically am, because I gave myself the out of like, this is just a really hard year. Don't worry, drink the wine and eat the food, and I just allowed myself to have that. And I've done that in the past other years, so it's nothing new to me. It's kind of just this thing that happens on a cycle sometimes, and it depends on how the year's going or how my life is at that point. That's of plateaus and valleys, and I just got a little lazy. And so 2025, I'm just gonna be more focused on a healthier lifestyle holistically.
Yeah, and I think that it's unhealthy for you to say you're focusing on weight because
Yeah.
like I think we've both been really vocal about like
loving our bodies,
loving your body,
yeah.
but B, you've always had, well, like at different points in your life, all girls struggle with that complexity of like weight,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like you see a standard and you used to be one way and now you're another or whatever.
I also feel like because I felt so out of control, I'm very mindful of the fact you might be doing this because it's something you can control, and think about that. Like,
yeah,
understand like, where is this coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weight's such like a complex thing, but with you in particular, you have always used it as a way of control.
I've struggled.
You've struggled. Like Katie has been more, you've struggled more than, but I think that's common. Like
Yeah.
it's not like more than the majority. I think it's like you're right on target with everybody else in the
fact
world.
that, like,
you've struggled more than I have.
I feel like the fact that I went a year, and I thought about
not
this,
thinking about it.
No, I mean, I thought about it, but it's different. This year, I had a very supportive partner that only ever tells me I'm beautiful. That is different than other relationships I've been in. I have been in one other, this is sad, but I really think I've only had one other boyfriend that was similar in that way. And both relationships, I was larger than I typically am.
But
And
that's why people say you get happy weight.
and no, and I so appreciate the fact that I have a partner that will only ever tell me I'm gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, and I think in other relationships they told me I was fat, so then I was probably way more skinny than I should have been.
Yeah.
But like now I'm at a point where I feel like get to a place that's I'm happy with, and it's just healthier.
Yeah. I know it's really crazy because it does go along with your relationships. And I 100% only think you should ever be with anyone who just says you're beautiful, you look great, do whatever makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And I do think sometimes weight on people is happy weight. Like, I really think it's like a sign. Like, if I see
Because
someone
you're
who's
eating healthy,
well,
like
and
healthy
because you're just like
portions.
happy, you're not thinking about like I mean, when we're our skinniest, both of us, and I think a lot of girls, when you're your skinniest, it's actually been our most depressing times of our lives.
It's usually when we're very depressed.
And it's because for different reasons. I think a lot of people, both of us, probably find control over that. But I start running tons of miles a day to get things off my mind. And then also, I'm sure the control aspect of it comes in too. It's not that, like I've said before, I'm not thinking about getting skinny, but if I'm really, really, really skinny, I probably have a lot on my plate that I'm stressed out about.
Yeah.
And if Katie's really, really skinny, you probably like are depressed.
I'm trying to control something that
Yeah.
I think could give me happiness.
Yeah. So and that's why I hate the term like let yourself go, because sometimes I really do think people are really, really happy and that's when they quote unquote let themselves go. But it's like society's pressure, like once you realize, oh gosh, like I'm a little bit bigger than I used to be. And it's that society pressure being like, what are people gonna think? Like most people are like, oh my God, like what are they doing? They look horrible. But it's like they actually just might be really happy.
Yeah, and I feel like that was my struggle this year with like not starting something, just a healthier routine sooner, is that whenever I'd look in the mirror, I would be like, oh, I really like how I look. Like most days, I love how I look. But very recently, and maybe it's the new year and algorithms and me just seeing a bunch of posts, I don't know. You never know the complexities of the brain. But I think that realistically, just recently, things don't feel good when I wear them. Like my pants are a little bit tighter. My boobs, and this isn't like a humble brag, I do not want ginormous boobs.
Katie
They're
has huge
so
boobs.
uncomfortable. Like
no, I know, and I want to say like how we recently talked about. We're like, I don't know if it's just 35, but all of a sudden we're like, oh, actually, I could see why I'd get a lift.
They're honestly such an inconvenience and so uncomfortable, and they're heavy. Like if I were to lift one, it's heavy.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine aren't that heavy.
And that's why I'm
but
like,
they are fuller than they usually. Well, I have my
yeah,
period, but
yeah. But so that's kind of stuff that's like, well, just start to think about. Yeah, I think honestly, I'm gonna cut back on the wine because that's the easiest way. For
I
me.
honestly think too, like there's a difference in like I should just focus on being healthier. Like maybe I don't drink wine every night or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's different than like weight. I don't know. It's so hard.
I mean, it honestly, yeah.
But you know what? You know what is a lie?
What?
That there's somebody out there in the world that doesn't think of this.
I
think
yeah.
I can't speak for men. I don't know. Because I don't know how much Adam think. I don't think a lot of men think of this all the time.
Skinny already.
No. But I mean, like body, just your body and how you present yourself. Like even today, he weightlifted for the first time in a while, and he was like, "Oh my God, like I gotta put on some muscle." Like I think boys think of that too. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think there's one person that doesn't think of it, and I'm currently off social media, as I mentioned. And I do think a lot of it is just like pressure of society.
Yeah, probably. I think that if I wasn't uncomfortable, I'd probably be fine. Maybe
because your boobs are like so heavy right now.
But then my pants aren't fitting good either. I don't feel like I'm wearing the stuff I really love because it just doesn't look good.
That's not cool.
Yeah, and I want to wear what I want to wear.
You know, I was actually thinking that the other day, that you dress so cute.
Oh, really? Thanks.
No, but like
but no.
No. Like you are like a fashionista. Like you love you know this. No, like you love like experimenting with patterns and like this is why the Instagram is going to look so beautiful soon. But I was thinking, do you hold on to that still? Like being in a happy relationship? Because the last time you were in a happy relationship, you let go of it.
Last time I was in a relationship. I wouldn't say happy.
Oh, okay.
But I think,
But it is something that you really strive to do when you're single.
It's
Like you're very
also-
in your
I
element.
think I do. I think it's my body right now that like is restricting me a little bit in dressing exactly how I want to dress. But I do feel like I still have that because I'm with a partner that is okay with me being myself. Like,
Yeah.
would never say, "Oh, I don't want you wearing that" or "Don't wear that." But in the past, partners have told me they don't.
Doesn't
like,
that feel good though?
Oh, it feels amazing because
Yeah.
I love like mixing materials and like a nice sheer with glitter.
No, I know.
You
That's
know?
why I'm like, you're always that. Like every time I wear a cute outfit, it's because I stole your clothes, or like you've been like, oh, put this with this,
Yeah.
or something like that.
I do like the season though of sweaters when it's cold in Florida because
Yeah.
I do like being cozy too. So like right now I'm in a sweater and there's nothing cute about it, but I feel amazing. But no, one thing I was gonna say when we were just the last thing about weight, because it's just so weird because I guess with the new year you always think about weight. Because
You
it's one of-
always do. I mean, literally, I ordered a fucking what is it called? Shoot. What is that thing when you put all the pictures together? Vision board. A
Yeah.
vision board book. And 5 of the pages was to do
Fitness,
with fitness.
yeah, and-
I was
yeah.
like, am I running 10 marathons? Like, I don't need 10 pages. Like, what?
Yeah, totally. I know that's really interesting. But we'll talk about that because I wanted to talk.
And
about
not one picture was of a farm. Guys,
that's
that's
ridiculous.
sad.
Nobody wants to live on a farm.
I want, but I do.
I know.
But no, guys, oh my gosh. Behind our neighborhood is getting developed and we have a woods right now, like a field. Guys, it's pushing me. I'm like going to the farm. I'm
and
going to the
I've
farm.
accepted it. I'm
No,
like,
you're okay with it, but I'm like, I take it as a sign, like I want the farm life.
yeah, but you gotta get in soon because everything's still so expensive.
I mean, everything's getting cut down around here. It's so sad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to move like an hour away.
What else? The last thing I was gonna say, anyways.
Okay, don't look at this video because I'm like peeling a piece of skin off my thumb and taking it off. I also haven't gotten my nails done.
Oh my gosh, I could go on about that, but I'm not going to.
That I don't get my nails done
No,
anymore.
my nail salon, my people
Oh no, okay,
turned over.
no, okay.
But it's fine. They kept it.
I haven't gotten my nails done in a couple months, and I thought you were gonna call me out on it.
No.
Okay.
No, I was just gonna lastly say with the weight thing is I know even though I'm on this path of just trying to feel better about myself, every time I've lost weight, it's never actually made me happier. So like
100%.
like, isn't that the
It's
craziest
never the
thing?
problem. It's never the problem.
Yeah, every time I'm at my skinniest or whatever, every time I just still think I'm fat. It does not matter how much.
That is being a female.
I could lose 40 pounds and be like, I'm still too fat.
Oh my God, when I was at my skinniest, I thought I was obese. And I look back and I'm like, you girl, you couldn't have gotten littler. Like,
Yeah.
no, I think it's just part of, and that's why truly when we're at our best mentally, I say mentally because we're happy with ourselves and we're realistic with ourselves and like these meat suits that we're in, when we're at our best mentally, I am happy with my body.
Yeah.
So like what you probably need to like think
Look at
about
it, yeah.
is mentally, are you okay right now? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like what is actually going on underneath? Because when I'm mentally great, I'm like, oh, I feel good. Like it's just a fucking body.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like who cares?
totally.
Um
True that.
so anyway, we can have a debatable topic today. But I have a couple that are I have one that's I think either one could be fun, but also could be serious.
Cool.
Do you want me to give you options? Okay, so question. Do you want to go back to 19-year-old Katie or do you want to talk about Katie right now?
I don't know.
That's a trick question.
How is 19-year-old Katie going to be relevant to anybody?
No, because I have debatable topics for both.
All right, let's go back in time.
When we were skinny.
You know it, and I didn't think I was skinny then.
Oh my God.
I was on Weight Watchers then.
Oh my God. We grew up in the most unhealthy time period, people.
Literally, Weight
Okay,
Watchers.
this episode is
stand.
like literally going to scar people
I
that they
know,
like can't
sorry.
listen.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're showing our truth right now. But okay, so I read something recently and it wasn't on social media because I mean it probably was before I like started this hiatus. Which is why I'm off of it.
Oh my God, how many times in this episode are you going to mention you're off of it? That's all she can think about.
It's like a humble brag. Like, I don't do social media anymore.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I read something recently and it said, and I'm sure you've seen this, it said the boy you meet at 19 is the worst man you will ever meet in your life. Like the boy that you date at 19. And it had no explanation, like literally no explanation. And I was like really pensive about it one night. I was like, is that true? But I do think that is such an influential age because it
What was the quote? The boy you meet at 19
is like the worst man you'll ever meet in your life.
Because they probably were one of your first heartbreaks.
It was probably your first true love. That's what I'm thinking.
True love. Come on.
I think at 19.
But like you felt it was your true love.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why the quote got me so thinking. And I didn't just see it once. That's the thing. I saw it multiple times, and that's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah.
Like, other women are probably reading this online and being like, I remember Adam from freshman year of college or something. I don't know. But I was, like, thinking about him, like, 19. I know exactly who.
I know mine, yeah.
But is it true? Are they, like, the worst thing in the world?
For a long time, I thought they were. But I don't think so anymore. Because I'm
why?
old now.
Why would people say that that's the worst man in the world? Because of it being your first love?
I think because it's your first big heartbreak, probably. At least it was for me at 19.
But like I thought we were actually like kind of like slow developers in the dating world. But do you think that's the first relationship most women take seriously where they're like, this could be marriage someday? Which is crazy because 19 is a kid.
When we were young, though, now
it seemed like 19 was old.
Like in the last 10 years, people get married way later now. Like when we went to college, people are getting married right out of college.
We thought a marriage age was 24.
For sure.
Okay.
And so like you think at 19 you're like dating a serious. I know I thought my relationship was married. We were going to marry each other.
Every man I dated in college, I was like, are they my husband?
Oh.
Like, you know, like
that was not me. But
no, I know, but
definitely the first and second one.
Okay. So the 19-year-old version of you, why? So you say you don't think he's the worst person now?
You know, I just
because you're a healed individual.
I give him the benefit of time and think we've both probably aged and learned a lot.
You know, the sad thing about that quote is 19 to me is such a kid still.
There's just a child.
And like, even if he was the worst person ever and like did horrible things, he's a 19-year-old.
I was thinking
a 19-year-old.
And like the thing is, isn't your brain not fully developed till 25?
Supposedly emotional maturity for men isn't until they're 42 or something.
I'm just saying not emotionally mature, but the brain development aspect. But no, I mean,
but why do people say that quote's true? Is it because
I think what we just said, it's your first big heartbreak. I lost my virginity to this.
Oh, okay. I did too.
Okay. So
what age were you?
18.
I was 19.
But I was 19. We dated when I was 18 and 19 and 20.
Can we just say what a fucking bust your first sexual encounter is?
It's the worst. Honestly, that's why, like,
debatable topic is everything they said it'd be.
Guys, like, if I had the choice, I would be a lesbian. But I'm not. I've tried. I've experimented. It's not for me. And the thing is, you know how frustrating that is? Because I guarantee if my first time was with a woman, they would have probably known what to.
No, because at 19 I didn't know what to do anyway. I didn't know anything.
We need lesbian friends of ours, please tell us what's up.
No, but like at 19?
No, 19. It was such a bad, like the fact.
You know it when Britney Spears says she's like do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, with Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake like had sex with her and she's like, I don't feel anything. He's like, well, we just had sex basically. She's like, what? And literally she said her world like shattered.
That was it?
That was 19.
Oh, I feel like
to me that was 19. Like where you're like, what the heck? Like this is. I remember thinking like
there was nothing enjoyable about it.
I remember thinking, why do people say this is so great?
I know.
And like that to me is 19. At 19, you don't know what you're doing, so you're just like, okay, well, I guess I'll just do whatever he says. And then you're like, this is...
Or, you know, it's like whatever he learned in porn, because nobody's... At least this is our generation, too. I don't feel like a lot of people...
Oh, my God.
know what the hell
God, okay, mom and dad, turn this off now. So before 19, I dated this guy, and we never had sex, but like we did other things. And do you know who this is? The guy I dated
Yes.
before the guy?
Yeah.
Do you?
I think, yeah.
Does it start with a
T?
Yes. And literally, like, while we were doing nothing, he was like, what did he say? He said something really terrible and vulgar, like, yeah, bitch. Like, something like, I don't know, like, something really disgusting. And we were like kissing or something. And I stopped. I was like, what the fuck? And then he was like, oh, well, I heard it in porn.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like 18, 19.
I feel like that's so funny because a lot of in my younger relationships, they were always like pushing me down and like put
I literally just Kitty, let him literally just like turn into a turtle.
No, but it's because they only knew porn. Like
that's disgusting.
My son is going to be so educated in knowing porn is not real life. Like there will be never.
I don't think boys are going to be raised the same way anymore. But no, like I was like 19. Like I guess maybe that's why that their my first experience, he was nicer in wording than the guy before because he wasn't like saying like "fuck me, bitch" while he like kissed.
I was like choking you.
That's so messed up. As an 18-year-old at a Catholic college. Oh, disgusting. So anyway, the 19-year-old boy wasn't as terrible at all. Like he wasn't that terrible at all. But I just remember.
Keep in mind, okay, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about when we were 19.
This does not happen anymore.
Present day.
I'm sorry.
It's like creepy.
Also, like, yeah, no. Like, this was when we were 19. Also, like, kids aren't having sex anymore. Supposedly, like, thank God.
Okay, the thing is though,
like they're gonna be so.
The media says that younger generations aren't having sex as much. They're not drinking as much. But like, is this even true?
I don't
even know if
Katie,
this is true.
I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I love social media. I don't believe anything out there. I don't even know.
Okay, and also too, like, nobody's having children anymore. Why are there so many fucking neighborhoods being built?
Okay.
Like, I don't understand. The numbers aren't matching.
If people aren't having children now, they were 5 years ago because there's so much,
like, the math's not mathing.
Yeah, the math isn't mathing. But, okay, that was my second. Well, do you want to say what? I have another debatable topic.
Keep going. Because we have, like, 10 minutes.
With the 19-year-old boy.
No, she was also 19. Stop saying that. It sounds creepy.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of Nicole Kidman and her newest movie, Baby Girl or whatever.
I didn't watch it. Did you?
I haven't watched it, but everybody is saying to watch it. I was thinking younger or older.
Yeah.
All that.
We're not.
Go on.
We're talking about in the past.
Yeah.
So anyway, I disagree with that statement. My 19-year-old boyfriend was not the worst guy I ever dated. And I never thought he was.
I did think mine was, although now I would say he's off the hook. I think he listens to the podcast occasionally, so hey there.
Hey.
Just kidding. But no, I don't think you're the worst. I just think that you were bad to me.
And hopefully you've done better. But like also though, what if a guy was like on a podcast and he was like, my 19-year-old girlfriend was the worst thing ever because I was a fucking psychopath?
There's no way.
Like I was way worse than he was. So that's why the quote stuck out to me, and I was like, I truly have reflected enough to think when I was 19, I was very I took the role of a man in a relationship. I was like more of the one that was like doing the terrible things.
Oh, you were like cheating?
I mean, I was breaking up to hook up with other people. Yeah. So it wasn't technically cheating.
Every girl in college does that.
Yeah. I remember being like, I'd rather us just break up so that we can like hook up with other people so that like we don't cheat on each other. And it's like, you're back together in a week. That's really effed up.
That's so funny.
No. But he was like the nicer one in the relationship. So I can't say that the 19-year-old person was. I will say when I was 24, that guy really fucked me up, but not the 19.
But that's like
not the 19-year-old one.
Pretty standard.
I think the reason the quote exists is because of the first love thing.
Totally.
And the virginity thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, you think you're going to marry them.
What was the next comment?
You know what I just recently learned because I've been off social media.
Oh my God, stop it.
Okay, but I haven't.
We should make it a drinking game.
No, I have a vice though there's a psychic named Sloan Bella, and she's online on TikTok, but I always would watch her TikToks, and now I just listen to her YouTube channel, and she talks so kitty. Like, her astrology knowledge is phenomenal. The best astrologer I've ever listened to, and I listen to a lot of astrologers. She, like, you listen to the first half of every podcast that she's analyzing someone, and you're like, her astrology is insane. But she's taught me a lot, and one of the first things she taught me was, because we talk on the phone all the time. No, I'm just kidding. I just listen to her. But she talks about Capricorns, and she talks about how Capricorns usually, like, they have a really slow growth towards success. They are bound to be successful, but it's always an older age.
Yeah.
And me and Katie have always said, like, oh, we have like a love-hate with Capricorns, I'd say.
Capricorn was my 19-year-old boyfriend.
Katie, we have 4 of our signs in Capricorn.
Oh.
So I think they call it, is it a stellium when you have 3?
I don't know.
So because I've been listening to her, I've been looking up our chart, and we are Scorpio rising, which is like like, that's a big deal. But we have the majority of our signs in Capricorn.
That's so funny.
And it's crazy because Kristen Cavallari is a Capricorn, and we love her. But so anyway, I've listened to Sloan Bella all day and for like 5 days, since I've been off social media. Okay, so anyway, she says, like, when you have multiple signs in one, like, you're basically that.
Well,
isn't that crazy?
It's interesting because I don't want to go on a rant about
No,
this.
we also have 3 signs in Libra.
What?
Yeah.
Really? And then we're Aries moon.
Yeah.
And
Scorpio rising, and
Aquarius sun.
but I was listening to another astrologer who said, if you're born in the nighttime hours, like midnight, you should really associate first always with your rising sign. Yeah. That's more of you. But if you're born in the nighttime hours, you should associate more with the moon. Like, that's more of your sun sign. Yeah. And if you're born in the daytime, that's Aries.
But I feel very, very much I feel like I'm a combination between Scorpio and Aries. I think even though our sun sign is like Aquarius,
I don't like to associate with Aries because I have an ex that he was an Aries.
Oh, my son is an Aries.
Every time anybody talks about Aries or Scorpio, I just feel like it's really like the side of me that I don't want to be.
But
that's who we are.
That's who we are.
Yeah, that's who we are.
And I also think when I hear that we're a lot of Capricorn, it makes me feel like that must be when I don't like something and I project I'm projecting.
Yeah, because we can have like an abrasiveness to us.
And Capricorns are stubborn, and they're really good leaders. I don't know. I know a lot of people that are Capricorns that I've had like really strong relationships with, but then again, I've dated Capricorns and been like, we cannot be together.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, she was talking about Sagittarius too being like basically half human, half not human, because they're half horse technically. And like, my girls are Sagittarius. I always dated Sagittarius. Yeah. And those are like the life of the party, the fun people, whatever. Yeah. And I do think certain stereotypes are so true. But when I saw that we were like 4 signs in Capricorn, I was like, holy shit. That's kind of interesting.
I do have a lot of best friends.
I don't have any best friends that are Capricorn.
Yeah, you do. One of them.
One. Yeah, I have one.
But I know. I feel like I have 3. But then again, I've dated Capricorns and been like, I can't do this.
Well, because you can't date something that's exactly like you.
I don't think signs next to each other should ever date. Like, we're technically sun sign Aquarius. I don't think sun sign Aquarius should be dating a sun sign Capricorn.
I've only ever heard good things, though. Pisces is the dreamer. I just think that, like, probably we're too like, I don't know. We do, like, even though we're Aquarius, and I feel like Aquarius is super floaty, we do have a side of us that's very, like, rational and, like,
I think that's the Aries part.
Oh, is that Aries?
I think the Scorpio's like our vengeful side and just our, I don't know.
I think that Kristen Cavallari is a Scorpio rising. I know Taylor Swift is.
Yeah, and that, again, it's like very similar in...
It's like you hold grudges.
No, but bravery and standing up for what you believe in. And I think Scorpio
going against the grain, though, is Aquarius. Like, for the community's betterment.
Aquarius is not necessarily going against the grain, in my opinion. I think Aquarius is, I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and people are going to think I'm weird. but like, who cares if I'm weird?
But it's also like a community-based sign. I think it's
Right,
for like
it's
the
like-
betterment of humanity.
Like if you read an Aquarius's capability of relationships or whatnot, I always felt so discouraged because it was like they'll never settle down, and
it's so crazy.
they're
though.
so aloof. Like you're not gonna get the attention you need from them. And then I would be like, am I like that?
Yeah. I don't know. My husband's an Aquarius moon. I think that's why we work, because we
I think
have
that's supposed to
signs that are like
the same.
Yeah,
the
like my
overlap.
son is his moon, and it's interesting because he's Virgo, which is so opposite of Aquarius.
You know what? That's so weird because my partner Nate, who I can say his name,
Yeah, because he moved in, bitches.
Oh my gosh, he is an Aries sun, and we're Aries moon.
Adam's an Aries rising.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, no, me and Adam, like our signs are the same. They're like mixed up.
Yeah,
I don't have Virgo in me, but that Virgo
but you have.
What? Oh, that's dirty.
I had to. It was right there.
Dirty. I can't even respond to that.
I think we're out of time. It's 42 minutes.
All right, guys. I'm sorry. This episode sucked.
No, it wasn't. Well, whatever.
We're just thinking, like, also, like, can an astrologer, like, come and please tell us, like, you got all of this wrong? I love, like, whenever I'm, like,
everybody's gonna Google, like, if people fact checked our
Oh my
podcast.
God. Can you imagine? This is what two white girls sitting around talking about. Also, like, whenever we're, like, with a group of moms, we're, like, telling them all these things about astrology. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we know our shit. And then, like, somebody's going to be like, that's actually wrong. That's actually
It's like the equivalent to reading Cosmopolitan magazine.
So take our word for it. Honestly, if you want ratings, just reach out to us at Twin Study After at gmail.com.
We'll tell you what we think we believe based on other people that have similar signs.
Half of it's astrology and half of it's just intuition.
Personal experience. We're going.
Okay.
Bye. Okay.
All right. Hi, everyone. It's Sally. We're going to leave our story there for today and pick up next week on Twin Study After Dark. If you've enjoyed our podcast today, please rate, review, and subscribe. We'll meet again next week for more Twin Studies.